My ex was planning his exit all this time. I was the only one who didn't know that he's planning it. So he would look for college education in different cities without me knowing. So at this point, he'd already made up his mind. It was becoming very difficult. It was becoming very disrespectful. Like when you think you've got someone who defends you, you used to be very, very protective when it comes to people talking down on me or asking me silly questions. He would step in and silence them. By that time, he was letting them, everybody would run their mouth at me and he would never say a thing. He would say, oh, they're justified. Of course, they're justified. You see, that's what he used to do. And then at this point, he just said, I'm going to go to London. I'm going to be studying there. I'm like, going to London? Where we're going to be staying? He said, I'm sharing a room with someone. Right. How did I find out that he's sharing a room with someone? I said, okay, because I let him be. When he said he was going to London, honestly, a married couple, married, you don't just plan. You don't just wake up one morning and say, I'm going to go to London. London has got its own expenses. And then I asked him, do you have the money? He said, money is not a problem. Considering how much he he was actually managing our finances, and he said money is not a problem. I was like, what? London is very expensive, and you're going to be paying tuition fees, and you're going to be paying rentals, and we are here. We've got another home where we're supposed to be paying the rentals. Where is that man going to come from? He is planning to go to college, further his studies, whatever he was doing. Obviously, he won't be working, or he'll be working here and there. How was he going to manage that? The course that he said he wanted to do was very expensive. So who was he thinking was going to be paying the fees? We don't know. Because he said money is not a problem. I was expecting him to say, you know what, I'm moving to London. I want you to come and see where I live. Because I'm the next of kin. I was the wife. Remember, I was the wife, not a girlfriend. I was the wife. So you'd be expecting for him to actually say, you know what, darling, this is where I live. Just in case something happens. He said, you can't come there because I share a room with another guy. I said, well, I can come and you can go and maybe just go in a B&B just for the weekend. He said, no. That's when I realized that, okay, the guy has moved on. That's fine. From that point, that's when I started my healing, accepting that this is done. From that time, I made up my mind that even if he only comes to beg to come back, I'm not going to accept. But just as well, he never came back. After that incident, I was struggling trying to get my visa. My visa was expiring. I also looked for a job elsewhere and I got a job in a different city. So he was living in a different city. I got a job in a different city or got a home in a different city. Can you imagine the chaos? The chaos. Anyway, so I got a job. When he said he moved to London, I was trying to call him. He was not picking up his phone. He was not answering. He would answer here and there. And the day when he answered his phone, he said, which city are you? I told him. He said, okay, I'm coming there. I was working that day. So he flew over to that city. And I said, I'll come and pick and be with you and get you at the airport. Because I was working, I finished work, went home, get changed, made my way to the airport. So he was waiting all this time. When I got to the airport, I had not seen him for months. He was swearing, he was insulting me. He said all the horrible words. I couldn't believe it. The reason he was saying that is because he said I was late to come and pick him up. Oh my God. Oh my God. He was swearing, he was so angry. Okay. The reason why he had come, he wanted money. Remember, he said that money is not a problem. He wanted money. So we had an account that we'd saved some money. So that's the money that it came for because it needed, I think I was the one who was supposed to withdraw it because it was in my account. Okay. The money was in my account, but he was the one with the cards. Right? I could go in the bank and withdraw, but I didn't do it because I didn't want any fights with regards to that money. So he came for it. I transferred the money in his account and he went. And that was the last time I heard about him or from him. That was the last time. I could tell that he was ready to go. He was so ready. There's no way when you're married, you would leave your wife and go to a different city and not tell your wife where you live. Even if those men who would do who are promiscuous, they will always tell their wives where they are because they know things can happen there, and obviously the wife being the next of kin, they will be told like, "Come and get your husband here." But he said, "No, no, no." I didn't even know which part of London he was. I don't know. So I just went back where we used to live. I packed his clothes. I packed his clothes, and then I left the clothes with a friend. Now the friend was calling me. He was not coming to pick those clothes up. He was like, "Your ex is not coming to pick his clothes." I said, "I don't know where he is. I don't know where he is. You should come and pick his clothes up." I packed them nicely, got nice bags, and put them in his bags. I don't know whether he collected them later on. I'm not sure. But I'm wondering, where did he go where you couldn't even get his clothes? Which means there was no space. So there was no space to put his clothes, to put his things, his books, and all that. So when someone is ready to go, they will go. Yes, they will start being difficult. They will start disrespecting you. They'll, even if you do anything good, they'll blow it. They'll make it like you are the one who is a problem. You know. But I think when people are in a relationship, they need to be taught how to exit a relationship. Some men, they don't know how to exit a relationship. They don't know how to make difficult conversations like, "Darling, we've been together this time. I'm sorry, I'm going to leave." It's a skill that is learned. You learn it. You learn. If you are really human and you feel for the other person, it shouldn't be difficult to say, "I'm sorry, I need to say this, but I'm now leaving. I've decided to leave." All right. I've seen this in men, it's a trend in men. They just leave. They don't do a conversation. They don't tell you that they're leaving. The reason why they do that, they want to create a space where they can come and apologize later on to say, "You know what?" Especially after staying with someone for years and years. You'll be thinking they'll want to come back and apologize. But in my case, he never came back. I don't want to lie. No phone call, no text message, no email. That was a closed deal. He was ready. And I am happy for that, that he has moved on, whatever he is. I hope everything is okay with him. I'm okay. I've moved on and I'm doing very, very, very well without him. To be honest, when he left, I saw clarity in everything that I do. I started excelling in other areas of my life. I was so free. I used to have nightmares, sleepless nights, stress, depression. It all disappeared. It went. And from that time, I was conditioned to handle difficult relationships. I tell you, if I'm in a relationship with someone, this heart was broken once and it healed for everybody. I'm going to do it. If a man comes in my life and they leave, it's not something that I panic about. I've seen these things happening. Some of them, they're very disrespectful. They just live like that. Some of them, they are good. They'll tell you why they want to live, which is what gentlemen do. But if someone is not a gentleman and they just want to I don't know how I don't have a name to give them because they're not men. Because all this time we'll be thinking they're men, they're not. If you're a man and you cannot strike a conversation about you leaving, then you're not. You're not a man. You're just like a child. Child will just escape without even saying things. So that's how it ended. He had already made up his mind. But in my spirit, I would feel it that this guy is going because he completely changed to a monster. Threats, all that, disrespect, doing what he wants when he wants, doing some financial decisions that needs our money, but he just decides on his own. And money was just benefiting him, not me. Our money was benefiting only him. Oh God. Ladies, all the things that we do in the name of marriage. Anyway, this is it. And I'm here now. So in telling my story, it means I am healed. I'm not looking for sympathy, by the way. This is a story. This is this is coming from the healed place. Okay. Just sharing a story, what I've been, because people learn through stories. Yes. People learn through stories. You think you're telling a story, but someone is like, oh, could be a light bulb moment for someone. We don't know because people hear differently. I may have said this story, someone has heard something different from this story. Okay. So, yeah, that's how it ended, guys. I hope you enjoyed listening to my life story. This is how this man left me. Thanks for listening. You take care. Bye bye.